So the tragedy that is Disney's new Snow White remake just keeps getting sadder and sadder and sadder. Just when you think they've hit rock bottom, they find ways to get even lower. So I'm sure you guys have all seen this clip with Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot talking about their modern spin they've thrown on Snow White. I'll play it for you again here, just as a bit of a recap.
You said you were bringing a modern edge to it on stage. What do you mean by that?
I just mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be. And
Oh, I see. So it's not about the prince, even though he was one of the most, important characters in the original. To me, this just screams insecurity out the wazoo. They're so desperate to prove that, oh, ours is so modern and unique and better than the original because the prince isn't even in it. It's not about their love story. She never gets saved by the prince because we can't have a woman get saved by a man. That is now illegal. Now, there's a reason why the original Snow White is just such a classic. It was the movie that basically started Disney. It was like their first ever animated classic. There's a reason why that movie stood the test of time and this one won't. Now, if you think this one will stand the test of time, just look at the like to dislike ratio. If you can't see, it's 2.4k likes to 42k dislikes. And if you think that's bad, wait till you see the like to dislike ratio on their trailer. I'll get to that in a minute. But you already know they spent like $500 million on this movie with all the rewrites and reshoots and production issues and Peter Dinklage. Like, the price of movies nowadays is just out of control. You'll see these movies that are going up for like budgets with like $200-300 million plus. How are they spending this much money? I swear to God, it has to be money laundering, because there is absolutely zero chance that this movie will ever make any money whatsoever. Now, if you think her saying this was bad, her saying that it's not about the prince, it's a modern edge and it's no longer 1937, if you think that's bad, if you think it's just maybe, maybe that's just the studio telling her what to say, maybe she's just saying what, the studio wants her to say, take a look at what she said about Donald Trump supporters. Now, on my channel, I don't get political. I am politically neutral, of course. Never said anything that has any political connotations whatsoever. But Rachel Zegler is someone who's very different, which you wouldn't expect that from a Hollywood actress, because mostly Hollywood actresses like Gal Gadot, her co-star, are always, sort of like vacant and neutral. They always try to avoid saying anything controversial. But Rachel Zegler is a very different beast. Rachel Zegler has apologized for comments she made following Donald Trump's re-election, included "fuck Donald Trump" and "made Trump supporters and Trump himself never know peace." Wow. That is the last thing I would expect from a Hollywood actress, someone whose job it is to sell the movie. You are alienating more than half of the planet here. Well, not half the planet, half Americans. Because the thing is, she said this after Trump got elected. That's why she's making this tweet, because she's mad. So she's alienating half of all Americans, which is, I imagine, the majority of people who are going to be watching this movie, because, this takes place in America, right? This is Disney. So her remarks drew backlash from a lot of conservatives, and a lot of people on social media were calling her out for this, rightfully so, because this is an unhinged thing to say. So she came out with this bullshit little apology. "Hi everyone, I would like to sincerely apologize for the election post I shared on my Instagram last week. I let my emotions get the best of me." So obviously, this is some studio executive at Disney finally telling her to shut the fuck up and stop talking about this. Because, Rachel Zegler at this point is just a box office nightmare. She is a bomb. She is a walking time bomb. So, let's see some of the clips from the official Snow White trailer. Now, I actually made a video breaking this down and reacting to the whole trailer about a month ago, or a couple weeks ago. Make sure you guys check that video out. I'm about to show you something that will shock you to your very core. 34K, if you can't see this, it's 34K to 844K dislikes. 34K likes to 844 dislikes. For reference, that is a worse like to dislike ratio than the most hated YouTuber apology of all time. The ukulele apology video by Colin Ballinger has a ratio of 166K to 2 million. Now you may say 2 million dislikes, that's a lot worse than like 840,000. But this only has 34k likes. This one has 166. And if you do the math, you'll find out this one has a worse ratio than that one. Just take that in for a second. The most hated YouTuber apology video ever by someone who is literally a groomer is less hated than the Snow White trailer. Now you may be wondering, why is the Snow White trailer so hated? Why does it have a worse dislike ratio than Colleen Ballinger's ukulele apology? I'm not going to show you the whole thing because I don't want you guys to genuinely drop dead, but I will show you some of the most funny parts. So prepare your eyes, hug your comfort blankies, hug your imaginary friends, because this shit just may traumatize you for the rest of your days. I just want you guys to just take this in for a minute. Taking this, taking that, taking this, taking all of this. You have now been diagnosed with terminal cancer from watching this. So, congratulations. Now, if you watch the whole thing, that will just immediately kill you. You won't survive watching this whole thing, but even watching this short clip gives you terminal cancer. So now that you've been diagnosed with cancer by a world-renowned doctor, myself, which if you don't believe I'm a world-renowned doctor, which I honestly can't believe some people don't believe that, watch my last video on Jack Doherty. So now that you know you only have a limited amount of time left on this planet, make sure you check out my other videos, because what better way is there to spend your final moments on this spinning hellhole than by spending them watching Based Edwin videos. So anyways, that's about it for today, guys. Let me know what you want me to cover next. If there's any people, influencers, or movies you want me to cover next, let me know down in the comments. See you guys tomorrow.